Hey, I'm Karen, and I'm a mom to two amazingly neurospicy autistic kiddos. If you're an autism parent like me, you know I don't have the time to make a podcast intro. I also lack the tech skills, so let's just get into it. This is the NeurOrdinary podcast. Hey there, and welcome to another episode of NeurOrdinary. I'm Karen Casso, your self-care and resilience coach, a fellow neurospicy autism parent, and someone who truly gets how chaotic life can feel when you're balancing the unique challenges of parenting and navigating neurodivergence. Whether it's your own, your kids, your partners, whoever. If you're here, I know you're someone who cares deeply about showing up for yourself and your family. Today, we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to my heart. That is resilience. So let's start with a question. When you hear the word resilience, what comes to mind? Maybe you picture someone who's unshakable, always calm, never seems to let life's challenges get to them. I'll let you in on a secret. Resilience isn't about being unshakable. It's about learning to bounce back when life knocks you down. And here's the good news. Resilience isn't a trait you're born with. It's a skill you can build little by little every day. And in this episode, we're going to explore how you, as a neurodivergent and or autism parent, can cultivate resilience in your everyday life. By the end of this episode, you'll have 3 actionable strategies to help you face challenges with confidence and a bit more calm. Along the way, I'll share stories from parents I've worked with who have transformed their lives by practicing these strategies. So let me start with a story. One of my clients, and to protect her privacy, we're going to just call her M. She came to me feeling completely overwhelmed. Her days were a blur of therapy appointments, meltdowns, trying to keep up with everyday tasks. And she told me, I feel like I'm constantly putting out fires, and there's nothing left for me at the end of the day. Can you relate? Through small, consistent steps, M learned to build and strengthen her resilience muscle. Today, I'm sharing the strategies that worked for her because I know they can work for you too. So tip number 1 is start small, the power of micro actions. Because resilience isn't built through grand gestures. It's the small, intentional actions you take every day that create a solid foundation. Think of it kind of like building a house. Each small brick contributes to the overall strength. One of my clients, we'll call her A, found herself stuck in a cycle of guilt, felt they weren't doing enough for their child, their partner, or their work. Sound familiar? When we worked together, her first micro action was practicing the reset breath during moments of overwhelm. Just a simple inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, then exhale for 6 seconds. This practice helped them ground themselves during stressful moments, like when their child had a meltdown right before leaving for school. Now, why does this work? Micro actions are achievable. They don't require a massive shift in your routine, and that makes them more sustainable. Over time, they create a ripple effect. A calmer moment leads to a calmer interaction with your child, which can set the tone for the rest of the entire day. And you might think, this sounds great, but I'm so busy, I'll forget to do it. Here's a tip. Pair your micro action with an existing habit. For example, practice your reset breath while waiting for your coffee to brew or while your kids are watching their favorite cartoon. Once you do it enough times consciously, your brain will remember to do it unconsciously during moments of stress and challenge. Remember, even small steps can lead to big changes. Idea number 2, reframe the narrative, because how we talk to ourselves matters so much. Resilient people have a way of reframing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Now, this does not mean toxic positivity or pretending that everything is fine. It means looking for the lesson in the struggle. Take another client I worked with, L. She felt like she was failing her child every time her kiddo refused to try a new food. She told me her thought pattern went something like, why can't I get this right? Other parents don't struggle with this. Other kids just eat their dang food. And together, we worked on reframing her internal dialogue. Instead of, I'm failing, she started saying, this is hard, but I'm learning what my child needs. And over time, Elle began celebrating even the seemingly smallest of wins, like when her child touched a new food, even if they didn't eat it. So why does reframing work? It shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what you can control or learn. And this mindset helps you stay open to possibilities and build emotional resilience. And the common challenge becomes negative self-talk feels automatic. And to counter this, I suggest people use a phrase like, What's one thing I did well today? Write it on a sticky note, place it where you'll see it. This simple question can help you reframe your narrative and celebrate your efforts and what's going right in your world, no matter how small those wins may seem. And idea number 3, build your support squad. Resilience is not a solo journey, and having a support system makes all the difference. This could be your partner, a close friend, an online community, even a coach. The key is surrounding yourself with people who uplift you and remind you that you're not alone. One of my favorite stories comes from a member of an online space I run for moms of autistic kids here in Idaho. We'll call her H. She joined the group feeling somewhat skeptical. She'd been burned before by judgmental comments in online spaces. If you know, you know. But over time, she found herself connecting with other parents who understood her struggles. They shared tips, celebrated each other's wins, and offered support during tough times. A few weeks ago, she messaged me to tell me how much she appreciates the space I've created with my fellow admin team. And her email was so encouraging to me. She wrote, "Knowing I'm not alone has been life-changing." It warmed my heart so much to hear that. So why is creating community so important? Because resilience grows when you feel connected. Sharing your struggles and successes with others helps you process your emotions and gain perspective. What if you're hesitant to reach out? I know some of us struggle with that. Start small. Join a Facebook group like the Self-Care Support Squad, where the focus is on uplifting each other and no drama is allowed. I'll leave a link for you to join in the show notes. You could also join us inside the Self-Care Support Squad Substack and get access to monthly group coaching calls with me and a growing library of self-care resources made just for parents like you. Or you could do something as simple as connect with one trusted friend and commit to checking in with them regularly. Remember, asking for help and reaching out is a strength, not a sign of weakness. And to wrap it all up, let's recap the 3 strategies we covered today for building resilience every day. Number 1, start small. Incorporate micro actions like the reset breath to ground yourself in moments of overwhelm. 2, reframe the narrative. Shift your focus from challenges to growth by practicing positive self-talk and celebrating small wins. And 3, build your support squad. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you through life's ups and downs. Remember that resilience isn't about never falling down. It's about getting back up and continuing forward even when the path feels difficult. You have the power to build this skill, one small step at a time. If you found today's episode helpful, I encourage you to download my free self-care SOS toolkit. It's packed with quick and easy strategies to help you recharge, reset, and thrive, even on the busiest days. You can find the link in the show notes or on my website, outofyourordinary.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, leave a comment or review to let me know what you thought about today's episode. And if you found this episode helpful, share it with another autism parent you know who might benefit from these insights. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'll see you next week. And remember, whatever you do, keep it spicy.